And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the starting lineup, first for the visiting Norwich Cadets. At forward, a senior from Plattsburgh, Massachusetts, number 33, Tori Kethrow. At forward, a sophomore from Sanford, Maine, number 23, Heather LeBlanc. At guard, a sophomore from New Britain, Connecticut, number 24, Kayla Mercer. At guard, a senior from South Yarmouth, Massachusetts, number 20, Kelsey Lottie. And at guard, a senior from Windsor, Massachusetts, number 15, Aaliyah Curry. The cadets are coached by Mark Zacher in his 6th season. He's assisted by Mary Fitzpatrick, Jocelyn Moreno, and Lourdes Perry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting 5 for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. At forward, a junior from Blauvelt, New York, number 21, Devona Paul. At forward, a senior from New Rochelle, New York, number 12, Misha Green.
One thing I forgot to tell you, don't try to sound
At
biased.
guard, a sophomore from
objective,
Argyle, New York, number
not gonna probably
33,
try to sound like I'm
Jax
pushing
Miller.
them. You have to try to sound a little objective, okay?
At guard, a junior from Hannibal, New York, number 5, Allie Taylor. And at guard, a senior from Malone, New York, number 10, Brittany Marshall. The Cardinals are coached by Cheryl Cole in her 18th season. She's assisted by Ben Seraph. Officials this evening are Rachel Kimball, Louis Stellato, and Chris Tahanika.
Hello everyone, welcome to Memorial Hall as we are here with Plattsburgh Cardinals versus Norwich Cadets, and they're here with opening tip-off on the way.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Nick Demirjian alongside Tyler Beck.
Hey buddy, good to have you here. It's your first game here. We'll get you warmed up in a bit. But both teams 1-1, starting off respectively in their conferences. It's going to be interesting. Plattsburgh first test here at home. Always exciting to see them play. As the shot falls for number 15,
Aaliyah Curry
with the basket. And here, since you haven't been here, there's new faces on the team. Jax Miller here with the ball. Now on the starting lineup, Aaliyah Taylor, as she just puts up, and Allie Taylor, excuse me. She's a transfer here this season. And now Brittany Marshall, number 10, their leading scorer, is the only senior of that duo they had last year between her and Kathleen Payne. It's all on her now for leadership roles. But are you excited? It's your first game here.
I'm very excited for this. Here they go and pass it to Marshall, and she passes to Green. They're passing the ball around, and they're looking for something, but they can't get anything going
right here. Norwich is in the defense. Looks like hybrid 2-3 zone, looking to work the ball. Plattsburgh has to constantly move the ball, work the high post like they just did there as the shot goes up by Allie Taylor.
Call a foul on
Devona Paul. Devona Paul with the foul. That's a big problem right there. Excuse me, lost my word. Because Devona Paul's their leading rebounder. She's now their forced down low. She has to take up a lot of scoring that Kathleen Payne had last season. Now she has to try to pick it up. She's averaging 11 points a game, also 7.5 rebounds. She has to stay in the game as long as she can because Coach Cole needs her down low.
Yeah, she's leading the team in minutes played so far this season. The shot is up and is no good by Norwich.
Misha Green with the rebound. Jax Miller, have to watch her, great three-point shooter.
Passing it around still. And she passes it at the top of the key.
Jax Miller.
Here's Brittany Marshall with the shot, and it's a 3-point.
3 points. Brittany Marshall.
Get a little bit more excited. But great shot there by Brittany Marshall. She's their 3-point scorer. Also out there, Jax Miller. It's a great combination with those two out there. Both of them can hit deep 3-point shots. You have Misha Green out there who can hit the elbow jumper. Hallie Taylor, we haven't seen a lot of her yet. I'm interested to see what skill set she has. It's a great play, almost a great play. She was out of bounds when she threw the ball, number 15, Aaliyah Curry. But know you're new to this. We'll work you in. We're gonna talk. That's all we're here. We're here to have fun. But as Brittany Marshall moving the ball, she's the one we always have to watch for, because she's going to be the spark on this team.
Devona Paul passes it back to Marshall, looking for something, and she drives in and gets it to the corner. She gets it back, passes it, and here's the shot by Jax Miller, and it's good.
3 points.
Great shot.
Miller.
Same exact spot Brittany Marshall just made that 3-point shot from. So you can see they both have the range. Jax Miller's now got the confidence from Coach Cole to be in the starting lineup. I liked her coming off the bench a lot last season, and she's shown a lot of promise practicing-wise. Coach Cole's obviously given her the freedom to shoot those shots.
So they pass it to Kelsey Lodi, and they call a travel on Heather LeBlanc.
You can't turn the ball over like this against Plattsburgh, because they're going to capitalize. They have great outside scoring. They haven't even gone to Devona Paul yet. So Norwich, which is 1-1, they came off a recent win in Maine LPR. So PRL, excuse me. So they're riding a little bit high right now, as Plattsburgh just recently came off a loss to NYU, but they were ranked 15 in the country. So Plattsburgh can't hang their head on that loss. Jax Miller puts up another shot. Just rims out. Good luck, though. She's got that, as I said, she can hit from practically anywhere. Almost a foul there.
Stolen. Oh.
Good fight for the ball, though.
She puts it up, and it's off, and it's the rebound by Devona Paul as she passes it to Brittany Marshall.
That was Tori Kethrow with that shot, number 33 for Norwich. Brittany Marshall just misses off the back of the rim.
Norwich is slowly bringing the ball back up the court, just trying to find something going as they lost rhythm. It's a 6-0 run for Plattsburgh.
And you can't let that happen. They got to get some easy buckets. They got to push the ball inside. And Plattsburgh running a man defense, so they've got to try to get back screens, back cuts, work off the ball, as almost turned over there.
She puts up the shot, and it's good.
Number 24, Kayla Mercer. Good shot.
Kayla Mercer.
Sophomore from New Britain, Connecticut.
Here's Jax Miller. They're trying to feed the ball to Devona Paul.
Yeah, that zone, they're trying to keep her from getting the ball down low. She's setting high screens at the free throw line. The best way to beat a zone, though, is with going to the high post, so they understand.
They call another foul on Devona Paul. This is her second of the game.
2 quick fouls. I don't agree with that foul call. I think she flopped
offensive foul on the Cardinals, number 21, Devona
that's
Paul,
not good.
her
If you're
second,
Coach Cole,
team's
you've got to
second.
be upset you don't have your big presence down
Stephanie
low.
Linder on the floor
Devona's
for the
one
Cardinals.
of the best inside
And checking in for the
scorers I've
Cadets,
seen
number 22,
here at
Ariana
Plattsburgh.
Harrison.
I've watched them play a lot of teams.
And number
She's very
5,
good. She's
Cheyenne
crafty.
Jossler.
And now number 33.
Jax Miller.
No, excuse me. Lauren Coastal came in, yes.
They brought in Stephanie Linder and Jessica Dolan.
And Jessica Dolan replacing
Cadets foul on
Devona
number
Paul.
20,
She did a lot of
Kelsey
minutes, great time
Lottie,
coming
her
off the bench
first,
last
team's
season
first.
for Devona. So she's got a good skill set. She's great down low also, but she's also got a mid-range jump shot, which helps her.
And she passes it to Dolan.
But
Hallie Taylor.
But thing that's changed, Linder now coming off the bench. She was the starter last year in the spot Jax Miller is in now. So it's interesting to see how Linder's going to react coming off the bench. But she's a highlight three-point shooter too. So also another thing to watch, but she also plays outstanding defense on the ball.
Norwich gets the offensive rebound. Here's Aaliyah Curry calling a travel on Aaliyah Curry.
Another traveling violation. That's 2 quick turnovers right there.
Also on the floor now for the Cardinals, number 30,
Still,
Jessica Dolan.
6-4 game. Plattsburgh's only made those 2 3-point shots. They turned the ball over a few times also. They got it. 3 points are working, but you live and die by the 3. You know that. You've watched the NBA.
Yeah.
Teams can't consistently make shots unless apparently they're Cleveland Cavaliers. But they're trying to work the ball inside. Norwich is just defiantly keeping them from going inside.
Here's Jessica Dolan in the slot, and she gets fouled, and she will be going up for 2 free throws.
Heather LeBlanc with the foul.
Norwich foul on number
sophomore from
23,
Sanford,
Heather
Maine.
LeBlanc. Her first
foul of the
team's
game.
second.
Here we have Jessica Dolan
Jessica
shooting free
Dolan
throws.
will shoot for Plattsburgh State.
She is hasn't attempted a free throw this season. Let's see how she does right now.
Last year, though, she was you wouldn't know, you weren't here. She was about a 78% free throw shooter last season. So hopefully, usually everybody improves when you're already that high of a free throw shooter, only to improve and get higher. But
checking in for
a lot of
Norwich,
girls
number
on this team
34,
are excellent
Donovan
free throw shooters.
Driscoll.
So Coach Cole has that always going for her team average about 80% almost last season, which is outstanding. And Dolan attempting her second. And just rolling
Just
out.
off.
One thing you're going to learn, when you say things and always compliment somebody, they tend to let you down. You tend to jinx them.
Yeah.
But it's a thing that you'll learn it as you go along. But it's always something you have to deal with.
And they call an offensive foul on Norwich. Ariana Harrison.
And great take by Brittany
Offensive
Marshall.
foul
Standing
on the
in there,
Cadets, number
taking the full
22,
front of that
Ariana
hit.
Harrison.
Risking
She was
the body.
If she was outside of the
Her
restricted circle,
first,
great play on her
team's
part.
third.
Brittany Marshall bringing it up the court. She passes it off. Stephanie Linder trying to find something as the zone defense is slowing down the Cardinals, and it's blocked
Great
by
block.
Ariana Harrison.
Devon Driscoll in there too, number 34.
Whoa.
And that looked very
That
much
looked
like
like
a
a carry.
carry, yeah. And
The ref missed one there.
and I was right in front of him too, but he was paying attention to the foul. If there was a possible foul, but right now, Norwich has the height advantage. They need to work it inside themselves, try to use it to their advantage. That's the only way they're going to score right now. It's a great block there.
Jessica Dolan drives in and passes it, and she gets fouled, and she would go over 2 free throws. Donovan Driscoll.
Plattsburgh foul on number
6'3"
30,
junior out of Chelmsford,
Jessica
Massachusetts.
Dolan. Her first, team's third.
She's the tallest girl on their team.
Shooting for the Cadets, number 34, Donovan
She's
Driscoll.
taller than anybody on the Cardinal team also.
Yeah.
She's got Devona Paul by 3 inches.
Wow.
And as
She
you
swishes the first
can
free
hear,
throw.
we can hear, I don't know if anyone listening can, the Hard Hats are in the building today,
Oh,
showing their support of the Cardinal team. Always good to have Anthony Carragher and those lovely hard hattigans out there.
here she goes for the second free throw, and it's good. Now there's a
Checking in for the Cadets, number
Substitution on
33,
Substitution.
Tori Keithrow.
Shawnee Thornton
And
is
on the
coming
floor
in
for the Cardinals,
for Allie Taylor.
Now, Shawnee
number
is a
13,
freshman here.
Shauna Thornton.
I haven't heard that much about her. I talked a little bit too. I have a friend who I went to high school with, Yasmin Lewis, who plays on the team. I talked to her a little bit, and haven't really heard a lot about Shawnee, but a great outlet pass there and
Great
great
pass
ball
to Jessica
movement.
Dolan as she is off with the shot.
I think she should have taken a dribble in and went up for a layup. But Plattsburgh's always great with ball movement. As you said on that break, as you can see on the break, they like to move it a lot. But back to Shawnee Thornton, I think she looks like she's got that awareness about her. She's got that look that she's got plays great defense. As a freshman, already getting playing time, Coach Cole's got to have a lot of confidence in her.
Yeah. She was actually in my orientation floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Connection there is number 23. Heather LeBlanc puts it up there, and now it's an 8-7 game now with
Out of
Norwich taking the
bounds
lead.
on Norwich, and Plattsburgh will inbound the ball.
There,
Plattsburgh.
back right there, that last play that Norwich scored on was a mid-breakdown. That LeBlanc was wide open underneath the basket. No one within 5 feet, almost 10 feet of her before she put that layup up. Plattsburgh has to cut down on those mistakes.
Trying to pass it to somebody, and she gets to the green down low. She's got double team, passes it out. The shot by Dolan, it's off, but it's a rebound by Brittany Marshall, and she goes up.
Brittany
That's a
Marshall.
great play, timing by the smallest girl on the court, and Brittany Marshall getting in there and getting the rebound. She timed that perfectly. I saw her coming from the wing, and I knew she was going to get it because she out-jumped the girl because she timed it wrong. But great hustle play by it. You need that because that's going to do as I do type of mentality. That's the leadership she has.
It's a good pass down low, but it's missed by Heather LeBlanc.
Missing again. It's the same look she just had a moment ago, and she just missed it now. But Plattsburgh collapsed on the defensive side.
Green's down low. And she sinks the
Misha
shot
Green.
as LeBlanc was looking for the foul, but there was nothing called. I feel like she just fell on her own.
I think so too. We couldn't. She was asking for it, saying that Misha Green was swinging her elbows. She just made a basketball move. She didn't swing for her head. Good move by Misha Green to get the bucket. Now Plattsburgh on a 4-0 run.
Here's Curry, and she passes it. And there's a foul called on Linder as Norwich will inbound the ball now.
That's one that Coach Cole doesn't mind, though, because Linder always gets her hands on passing lanes. You will see that throughout this season, she will probably lead the team in tip passes and probably steals off the ball because she's always in the passing lane. She always has her hands ready. She did that a lot last season, and now that she's going to be coming off the bench, she's got to provide that spark for the team.
Cardinal foul on number 23, Stephanie Linder.
Oh, and there's a foul called on Linder again.
No, it's an offensive foul. Excuse me. Yeah.
So they called it on Linder. That's her second foul in the past 2 plays.
He pointed like it was an offensive foul. Obviously, it was supposed to be a blocking call. He called it on Stephanie Linder. You said picked up 2. No, actually, no. The foul was called on Jessica Dolan. He said 30. I thought he said 32. Normally, they give us the fouls up on the board there, but they're not doing it. But, yes, Plattsburgh picking up a lot of quick fouls. Already have 5 with 11:50 left to go in the game.
The shot is off.
Good defense there by Misha Green. And before you said that substitute came in, Yasmin Lewis, number 55. As I said, me and her went to high school together. Always have seen her play. She's got a good game. She just, as Linder puts up the shot short, got a good game. She hasn't gotten a lot of time yet because she's had to work herself into the system.
So how do you think Linder will develop as a bench player now?
I don't know. Maybe she could end up being like some of the best. She could, like a J.R. Smith-esque type. She's got that shot where she can come off, and I don't know where a WNBA player I could describe as her.
Stolen by Marshall.
Having her shooting off the bench is going to be very good for Coach Cole. There's a blocking foul called. Brittany Marshall.
Foul on number.
For Brittany Marshall, excuse me. It's on number.
Ariana Harrison.
Cadets foul on number 22, Ariana Harrison.
Subbed out
second.
Stephanie Linder.
Team's
back
fourth.
That's going to be an interesting. Those
Jax
two
Miller
constantly, 'cause you don't lose
returns
any
for the
shooting.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
You keep 2 great three-point shooters constantly in rotation. And Linder, better on defense than Jax Miller. Jax Miller, faster and can put that shot up much easier. She's also a very good passer as well.
Shot by Marshall. 3 is off. It's rebounded by Green. She passes it back to Jax Miller.
She might not be the tallest, as Jax Miller puts up a shot and misses off the front of the rim, Misha Green. But she always gets those rebounds because she's sneaky. She gets in there, she gets around box outs, she gets those offensive boards. Right now they're going to need it because as the ball's turned over by Norwich, because Devona Paul's sitting now with those 2 fouls. Coach Cole's smart. She's probably not going to play her, not for the whole half,
Timeout,
but for a
Norwich.
while as the timeout comes out.
Want to help the Cardinals reach
30
their
seconds.
potential as
30-second
student
timeout.
athletes, then become a member of the Friends of SUNY Plattsburgh
Plattsburgh right
Athletics
now, at
and
times has
designate your
shown
generous
they can move
donations
the
to the
ball.
program
At
of your
times it's become
choice.
a little bit
To learn more,
stagnant,
call
and that's where they're
518-564-2090
Yes, it
or
worked very early on.
564-3140.
Can't
Or
keep relying on
visit
those
us
shots right
online
now.
at
It hurts that Devona Paul's not in there.
Yeah,
plattsburgh.edu/make
got
a
2 quick
gift.
fouls. And
Away from your face a little bit. But now coming back in, Coach Cole, she's very good at managing how her girls are faring, how they're reacting to the system and the game right now. Her game plans are always very good and based on each opponent's weaknesses. She finds them, so she's going to have all them prepared very well. And now, not having Devona in there, she's going deeper into her bench earlier than she would want to. And now it's up to the girls coming off the bench to step up and show coach that, hey, if Devona's not in there, we can produce. We can give you points and hustle plays that you need to help us win games.
here's Jax Miller. Passes it back to Shawnee Thornton. And getting the ball down low, which when she turned, they called a jump ball. Yasmin Lewis was fighting for the ball.
Good fight down low. She brought it up a little bit too low. That's why the defender got her hands in there. You got to move quick down low. You got to beat these other girls with your speed rather than trying to muscle them down low.
As the inbound in. Here's Marshall calling out plays. She's got 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Got to move this ball quick. Only
Yasmin
4
with the
seconds
pick.
left.
She drives it and gets blocked. Shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation, as you said. Yep, good call. Great defense by Norwich to force out that. It looked like a great look by Brittany Marshall, and then the defender came over and just swatted it away.
She's dribbling up the court. Cheyenne Jostler. And they blew the whistle.
not sure what happened there. I didn't see a foul get called. Maybe I believe it was the shot clock wasn't working. And close to a 5-second call. Just enough time. Just got it out there. Allie Taylor with the ball now. Oh, excuse me. Shawnee Jostler. I'm looking at the wrong number 5 on our team. And,
and there's a foul called.
Great take there by Misha Green. Another charge call. It's the 3rd charge I've seen already in this game.
Yep.
Offensive foul on the Cadets, number 20.
As both
Kelsey
teams have
Lottie,
5 fouls.
her second,
Less than
team's
10 minutes to
fifth.
go in the first half.
Now the Cadets don't have anybody with foul trouble. Each person seems to only have 1 foul. So right now it's okay, but you have to worry about, you can't put these Plattsburgh girls on the line because they're also, as I said before, very good free throw shooters.
The turnover by Plattsburgh. They got to
Yasmin Lewis mishandled the ball there, lost control of it. Now back to Norwich. Norwich still only down by 3. Take advantage here.
Plattsburgh's been having many turnovers. It just seems like Norwich has not been able to capitalize on these turnovers.
No, they haven't, because they turned the ball over themselves.
She brings it up and it's off. Rebound swatted by Shawnee Thornton.
Yeah, great anticipation there to move the ball out of the way.
Marshall with the left and it falls.
Brittany Marshall.
She's great in the lane. Fantastic move. Takes the contact, falls away, and still puts it up with her left hand. Good layup there.
Here's Curry. She's been looking to pass the ball down low a lot this game, but she has been turning over the ball sometimes. The 3 is up and it's off. It's rebounded by
That's
Miller.
a good play though, because they're going to collapse on her down low, number 34, Donovan Driscoll. They're gonna collapse as the ball's turned over there, a little bit too high there for Yasmin Lewis. But once they collapse like that, you pass it out. Hopefully that 3-point shot falls
Stephanie
down.
Linder
But Driscoll
Allie
didn't have enough time
Taylor
to set to
checking
get a
back
good
in for the
rebounding position
Cardinals.
for the offside rebound. That's how Plattsburgh got that rebound so easily.
They subbed out Yasmin Lewis and they brought in Allie Taylor. And here's Cheyenne Jostler. And they pass the ball in the corner. Pass it all the way. Lobbed it across the court. Maybe
Plattsburgh playing good stingy defense right now, keeping the ball from going inside. Linder and Miller and Brittany Marshall putting their hands in. Only 7 seconds left. They have to try to get this ball in. So they force a turnover here. Great team defense there by Plattsburgh to force that turnover. They were looking inside, trying to go to Driscoll, but getting in the passing lanes and forcing them to just throw that lob up.
Laidlaw.
So 8:33 left the first half. How you feeling? You feeling all right?
Feeling pretty good. I started off a little nervous. I'm feeling better as the time.
Get the jitters out. Just let it go. You just gotta feel it.
Marshall. Linder wants the ball in the paint.
And you can post her up. She's got good assortment of moves there. Now she's playing the 4 spot with Misha Green playing as Brittany Marshall turns the ball over. As I said, she's got a good skill set down low, and she doesn't look it because she likes to shoot the 3. But she's also got a good inside game.
Shot is off by Curry.
Miller with the rebound.
Dribbling up fast on the court. As Brittany Marshall was thinking about the pass, but then decided to switch it up and pass it around the other way. There's Marshall at the top with the shot. Oh, in and out, but the rebound by Stephanie Linder. She gives it back to Miller. She sinks the mid-range shot.
That's what I said. Good made there by Jax Miller, but Linder inside. She's long, lanky, and she can time the jumps right. She gets in there, gets those boards. And that play there, that's a play they love to run. It's not even really a set play. Coach Cole calls it out as a shot's up and comes out as a collision down low. I believe it's a foul going to be called on Norwich. And
Cadets foul on number
that play
22,
there for
Ariana
Brittany
Harrison.
Marshall coming up top is one they like to use.
Her
They have a double
third,
screen.
team
She comes
sixth.
up, she puts that 3 up.
Checking in
More
for
often than not,
Norwich,
she makes it.
number
That one just
23,
came out
Heather
off the rim,
LeBlanc.
just at a bad angle.
Yep. So there's 7:26 left in the first half. Marshall's looking at the bench, looking for plays. And here's Miller down low in the paint. Allie Taylor gives it to Miller in the corner. She shoots, and it's off. But it's another offensive rebound by Stephanie Linder.
Almost turns it over, but she's looking to go out because she said she knew she didn't have a shot. But what's going to be interesting is this relationship that develops now between Brittany Marshall and Jax Miller.
Miller passes it down low to Misha Green. And here's Allie Taylor. She passes it to Brittany Marshall with 6 left on the shot clock. And the shot is off by Stephanie Linder as Norwich comes up with the rebound. Here's Cheyenne Jostler bringing it up the court. Plattsburgh bench is trying to get their team into it. They've been playing really good defense this past few drives. And the shot is off.
But good fight inside by both.
And that's a LeBlanc missing again. She's been having a tough time down
But
low.
number 55, Katrina Laidlaw, fouled there.
Plattsburgh
She
state
had 2
foul
offensive
on
boards
number
there, too.
5, Allie
So
Taylor.
Plattsburgh has to
Her
worry about that.
first,
They have to
team
box out
6.
because right now,
Back on the floor for the Cardinals.
as throughout most of the
Number
game,
13,
Norwich is
Shanae
going to have that
Thornton.
size mismatch.
Showing the hard hatters over there. They're getting into the game.
I don't know. I think one of them fell down. But as the ball comes off, good
Rebound and then bounces off of LeBlanc.
Shawnee Thornton had the ball there. It was poked out of her hand. As Coach Cole calls timeout here. We've got a full timeout.
Timeout. And
We go when we are told. So, good so far. Game's interesting. Now we're soon to get ready to set it over to our sideline reporter, Queen, who is new to this like you are. Be excited to hear what she has to say for us, but that'll be in just a moment. And so, how else do you feel that Plattsburgh's playing right now? How do you feel about it?
I feel like they're relying a lot on the three, as they made a few early ones, but haven't been making lately. But they need to get the ball down low. Brittany Marshall's been scoring a lot in the paint.
Yeah, I agree. They've been moving the ball around. They need Devona Paul back in there. They need her for the second half. They can't have her get any more fouls. Coach Cole's made a right decision in not playing her yet. So keeping her out's been smart. We have to see how far that works for them later on down. Well, right now, I think we might be having a little bit of issue trying to get the camera set up for Queen here. Maybe the next full timeout, we'll get her back out there, as we now most likely don't have enough time. But we're fine talking right here. She'll have more stuff for us later on in the game. But I'm interested to be working with the new group here. You're going to be moving up later on in the ranks as I leave this semester. I'm done this semester. And it's the same thing when I started working. I had to work with a senior too. So I'm sure you'll be fine. Get used to it. I'm happy to have a new guy to work with. You develop the chemistry. But then you're going to have to get used to working with somebody else. That's always just like playing in basketball. You got to be used to working with new teammates.
And here we are back. Here's Shawnee Thornton with the ball. She fakes the shot. Passes back to Allie Taylor. She drives in. She puts up the shot, and it's no good as it's rebounded by Norwich. And
she faded away on that where she really didn't need to. I think if she went up strong with it, she would have had a better look at it and possibly could have even gotten a foul. She forced the defender up in the air. Possibly could have got a foul call.
Shot by Curry is no good. Hits the backboard.
Shawnee Thornton getting the ball right before Coach Cole yelling at the ref, asking for a moving screen just before.
And there's a travel called on Stephanie Linder.
Dragged her pivot foot. Good call. And now Coach Cole putting the press on early on. She wants to obviously get a lot of pressure now here on the Norwich. These ball handlers moving the ball up. She wants quick steals and quick baskets here. Obviously, she's fed up with the way they've been moving the ball down low. She wants to put pressure on them. Instead of, as you said, she's always there. Didn't get it that time, but she's always there.
She's a long reach, it appears.
And see, now they've already shaved time off the shot clock.
She trips and she puts up the shot. It's no good.
That's a good no call there by the ref because she tripped on her own. None of the Plattsburgh defenders tripped her.
There's Misha Green thinking about the shot, but did not want it.
Swinging it back around right here.
It's Shawnee Thornton, and it's an air ball.
Not a good shot there. Coach Cole can't be happy with that. We're not sure how Shawnee Thornton's range is yet. Obviously, from that shot, she might want to take a step in just to get her rhythm down. As another air ball from Norwich. And the ball's passed out of bounds here, turnover by Norwich. Number 23, Heather LeBlanc.
Diving for the ball, trying to save it. There was no one there to get the ball to.
And it's been pretty stagnant on offense here. Plattsburgh's had the ball movement, but no scoring has occurred. So they need to try to get that moving. They want to try to pull ahead here. I mean, first game jitters and nerves can come into place, but as Misha Green puts up, there was contact, but nothing happened there.
Norwich has not scored a basket in quite some time. They've been stuck at 8 for a long time.
It was almost 5 minutes, I'd say. So as you just say, right on cue, they make a basket. Now it's a 5-point game. That's what's going to happen. As this season goes on, you're going to say stuff, the exact opposite or what you say is going to happen. So you have to be ready for it. It happens even to professionals too. It's just it's ironic how it works.
tipped, but it's still going to be Plattsburgh ball with 15 left on the shot clock.
Now 4 minutes, little over 4 minutes left in the game. Getting a run here. They want to push this game open because now with Norwich just scoring here, you don't want them to get on the run of their own. Basketball's a game of runs. You need to get yours before anything goes out of hand.
They want to go into halftime with some momentum. They've been controlling the ball, but just not.
The shots have not been falling.
No. They brought in Marshall, the leading scorer.
Yeah, at 18.5 points a game, she puts it up and almost knocks it in as the shot clock just goes off as it hits the rim. They're wasting using a lot of time on that shot clock. They're getting it down to 5-7 seconds before they make a move at the basket. That can both be, that's a double-edged sword. Yeah. You don't want to do that if you're only up by this much.
The shot is good by Cheyenne Jostler, three-pointer.
A 5'5" freshman. She's from Thetford, Vermont. She's done pretty good. She's made a few shots here. Now it's a 2-point game.
There's a foul called on
Number 33.
Tori Kethrow.
It's Keithrow's first foul.
First foul.
Team's 7th foul. Now, this foul puts them in the bonus. I believe they shooting right now as they will come out of this timeout.
Another 30-second timeout. 3:20 left to go in the first half. Plattsburgh started off strong from the three, but just have not been hitting their shots.
No, Brittany Marshall's had a couple good looks. Jax Miller had a good look from the corner, didn't knock it down. That's when they're not knocking down those 3-point shots, they got to try to move the ball inside. They've had a couple good layup attempts. One bumped out for Brittany Marshall. They have to try to keep looking to go inside. As I said, Devona Paul not being in there has really limited them in that respect to trying to go inside. But now the other girls have to step up. Misha Green's been pretty good down low. She's made some good moves. Shawnee
Thornton.
Yeah, Shawnee Thornton. I forgot her last name. I apologize. But she's new. I'm not used to saying her name yet, Shawnee Thornton. But she needs to try to make some better plays here. We haven't seen a lot from her yet. She had one good pass that almost turned into assist, but that was Brittany Marshall's layup that missed.
She also airballed a three, and Allie Taylor makes the first free throw.
And she's another one that's new here for us to see, and she's obviously done very well to earn a starting role.
She sinks both free throws.
Yeah, perfect form in both those shots. As the press here and a turnover.
Allie Taylor with the
layup. There's that press. Told you they're going to get easy steals now. And you put Stephanie Linder down there in the front, you can definitely get easy plays here.
Norwich seems to be having trouble just passing the ball. They finally get it to the
little bit of chaos there trying to move that ball up. They were lucky to get that pass through. Stephanie Linder was coming down on that ball. She was looking for it. She was looking to get that steal.
And here's a shot by Curry, and it's good, and one. As Curry hits the three.
This can tie the game here with this basket. No, excuse me. No, they'll be down by 2. Make this. We should hopefully see a replay on that. I want to see if she made contact with her there. Showing here replay from the free throw as it came down. Oh, this is the replay on the steal, excuse me. Shawnee Taylor gets the steal, puts it right back to Allie Taylor. Puts it in as
the 4-point play.
As the 4-point play was just made by Norwich. I can't even speak right now. I'm sorry. My brain stopped working for a second.
Marshall's, they have a 2-on-1, and she goes up for the layup, and she's off. And she probably
That's a rare miss. She doesn't miss shots like that.
There was no defense in her face.
No. I think she felt that the defense was going to come over and contest the shot, and it didn't. And she, you know what's the hardest shot to make in basketball?
Wide open layup?
Wide open layup. Hardest shot to make in basketball.
You feel like you have it and then go up.
Sometimes you get cocky.
Yeah.
And the easiest shot to make in basketball, what's that?
Wide open layup.
No, it's not. It's actually the corner 3-point shot. You'll know. But
shot by Taylor.
That was a good look. She's got good form on her shot as Linder comes up with the ball.
Marshall. As Linder set in the pick, Marshall goes in and passes it to Taylor. She shoots again, and it's off again.
Linder still in there trying to fight for the ball. When Allie Taylor shoots that ball, she kind of like grabs it, winds up a little bit, and shoots it. She's got a different wind up for her shot, but after that, she's got great form on the shot. But
the ball was almost turned over. And it hit the shot. So Brittany Marshall.
You can bring the mic closer if you want. Brittany Marshall moving it down. And Jax Miller in the corner. They're always coming out on her strong, trying to make sure she doesn't put up that three-point shot because she's deadly from out there.
Passes it across the court. They're trying to find something with 12 left on the shot clock.
Good pass fake there by Linder.
Shot by Green. Almost banks it. And now there's a jump ball.
Good fight there by Jax Miller. Now it's going to go
Give the ball to
Norwich's way.
Norwich.
It's tied
Plattsburgh got
19
the
apiece
last
with 1:27 left. They got to try to get some here. Now they still have this press on. They got to hope for a turnover. Norwich here has to hope for no bad passes, no silly mistakes.
Here's the pressure by Plattsburgh. She's
They're
having
hoping
trouble
for an
dribbling.
8-second call. They got to get this ball up if they want to
Gotta
get a pass.
the ball. Here's Curry driving in as Marshall falls down. Oh no, Jax Miller.
I agree with the call. Her feet were moving.
Blocking foul.
You can't argue with it. I mean, of course, the fans are going to argue with it, but she was moving her feet. She's allowed to have that space, but she can't be moving laterally. Excuse me, she can be moving laterally. She can't come up into it. She came up into the defender and forced the contact.
Curry misses the free throw. And here's the pass, and Jax Miller with the shot. She forced that, and she airballed
I
it.
think they could have waited. They didn't have numbers. I think she could have waited and passed it out to Linder. As Allie Taylor
Great
comes up with the
play
ball.
by Miller, tipping it back after that air ball. And Allie Taylor sinks the
Nice,
tough layup.
nice shot high off the glass.
Plattsburgh's up by 2 with under a minute to go in the first half.
Allie Taylor's asking, where's the rest of the press? I'm up here pressing. No one else is here with me. Norwich moving the ball. It's been now a scoring. Teams are scoring back and forth. They're trading baskets. Plattsburgh is okay. They're finally putting up shots, but they're now not stopping the other team defensively.
Shot by Miller. It's off, but it's a rebound by Linder.
Stephanie
She's
Linder.
tough down low. I told you, she's tough.
She's had multiple offensive rebounds.
And Jax Miller, I'm okay with her shooting because she goes on spots where she'll miss a couple shots, but then she'll come out later and she'll knock down every one. I mean, I'm not trying to jinx her or anything because that girl's got a good shot. You got to always contest.
Called a travel.
We should have a replay.
And now they're going to bring us to the replay right now.
Here, Allie Taylor coming up and high off the glass and in. Great move by her, and it was that tip by Brittany Marshall that helped cause that play to happen. Their hands are constantly in the pass lanes, and Brittany Marshall's as the leader on the team. We got a hand check here.
Call another foul on the Norwich Cadets.
Aaliyah Curry with the foul. Now Brittany Marshall will go to the line for a 1-on-1.
Both teams have 18 fouls in this first half.
Got to worry about that. I mean, for the second half, you can't have your girls being in foul trouble because it messes with your game plan. As Brittany Marshall knocks down the first, and Plattsburgh now they've missed one free throw, I believe. You can't start missing free throws because that's going to hurt you later on. Before Norwich missed the front end of a 1-on-1. That would have hurt them as Stephanie Linder comes up with the board, gets blocked though. Great defense there by LeBlanc. But as I said, when you split the free throws,
And
somehow she comes up with
shoots
the
it, and it's off. She thought she could get the half-court shot.
Still smiling though because she felt that. But I think she was more laughing at her teammate, Stephanie Linder, coming up with a steal somehow. I don't know. She just fell on it. But how you feeling about the first half?
Feeling that there's a lot of missed shots and for a whole good minute, 5 minutes, and at the end of the half they started bringing the points down. And Brittany Marshall, she finally misses a free throw this season, as she was perfect up until that last free throw that she took.
Yeah, and don't worry, you're doing absolutely fine for your first half. Don't worry about it. You're doing good. And like you said, yeah, Brittany Marshall missed her first free throw this season. She's usually a very good free throw shooter. It's about 83%, I believe, last season. So that's what they have to work on. They have to now focus on keeping Devona Paul out of foul trouble for the second half. That's the main focus because you got to keep her down low and you can use her to your advantage. But other than that, we'll be seeing you guys at the start of the second half. We got a promotion for you guys to watch now. You good? Where's to go?
Thanks, Jeff. Let's start with last season, a historic season for the women's program. Congratulations on, again, winning the SUNYAC title.
Thanks.
Was there a point last season where you realized, what your team was capable of?
Well, I guess early, we had a really good team in our tip-off tournament here, and we beat them badly. And I kind of thought, well, we might be better than I thought we were or whatnot. And then as the season went on, we only went one game at a time, but there was probably the point that made it. There was 2 points, probably when we were at Genesee and we came from behind to beat them the second time in the season after beating them at home was probably huge. But to be honest with you, it came down to that last night and senior night here in this gym packed and really beating Buff State badly to secure the home seed, the number 1 seed and whatnot. And at that point I thought, I knew we'd already lost to Cortland twice. I knew we were going to face them the first game. So I thought at that point I was like, wow, this could really happen.
Now, was there anything at that point or after that point that you thought, maybe we should focus on specifically? Was it, we're just going to take one game at a time? Was there a mentality that you kind of shifted, or have you kind of did you always just do what you were always doing?
There was probably a real major turning point for us in the beginning of January where we had some confusion of roles and we really needed to, solidify some things for our team and how important every player was, even if they weren't even playing a significant minute, what they gave to the team and what the team needed from them. So, that's probably the toughest thing for players to get sometimes because everybody wants to start, everybody wants to play 40 minutes and score 20 points, but obviously that's not reality and we need other players to do other things. So we had a team meeting and we went through every person's role. We had already talked to them as coaches individually, but what I'd found is that wasn't always the same message they shared with their teammates. So we decided to do it as a team where every player said what their role was. And that was hard for some of them because it wasn't all what they wanted, but it was a turning point in them understanding what we really needed from them if we wanted to be special. And I give everybody on that team a ton of credit because they all bought in. And from that point forward, we kind of got rid of a little the chirping and the dissatisfaction, understanding, well, this is something bigger than myself.
Now, for you, from a coaching standpoint, you've coached here for a number of years. How does it feel for you to get that first championship?
A lot of hard work. It didn't happen in a year, and I made my players real aware of that, how much the history and our alum were such a big part of where we got, but it was outstanding. To any time to win a championship is, it's everybody's dream, it's everybody's desire, and I couldn't have been more happy for the group of women who accomplished it. More for them than for me. Because it was just, it gives me goosebumps to think about how much came together. And, to win championships, you got to have some luck, too. We had great leadership. We went pretty much injury-free till the last game of the regular, the championship game when Britt rolled her ankle. But you can't control some of those things. And so I always think you got to be a little bit lucky, and we were. We didn't have any significant injuries. We got everybody to buy in. Our leadership was good, and we had some pretty talented kids.
Certainly, I was there for that game, and I remember, Britt was tough. She was super tough, to play through that ankle injury and help the team win. Let's move forward now into the off season and then into this season. You lost a few seniors, so you have the majority of your team coming back, but those seniors were obviously very important, very talented, players. How do you deal with losing a player like Kathleen Payne, who could pretty much do it all? This season, what are you going to kind of try to do to kind of fill that gap?
Yeah. KP was special. Definitely, you can argue, and I would argue she's the best player that ever played here. You don't replace her with one person. Obviously, we didn't get the D1 kid that didn't go somewhere to come to Plattsburgh. So nobody's going to fill those shoes. But losing Brooke was our best backcourt defender. So we definitely have some big holes to fill. But the opportunity, our returners all came back in better shape. All came back definitely incredibly driven. We brought in some new players, so we're a new team. Last year is done and over, and it was awesome. It was outstanding, but it's only going to make it more difficult for us this year, and more pressure packed. And so what we're looking for is our upperclassmen to all step up their game a little more, get our new players in the swing, and hopefully we can fill the void. We won't have KP to save us sometimes, so we've got to be a better all-around team. We don't have somebody that's going to be lighted up for 20-25 on a night.
You just kind of touched on it a little bit, but who do you see as becoming the leaders of this team? Like we had mentioned, a lot of returning players, a lot of very talented players. What do you think they can bring to the table both on and off the court?
I think our leadership is incredible. I think our leadership this year is even better than it was last year, which will definitely be big. Britt is hands down, our heart and soul and, leader of our team. I mean, it's a natural as a point guard. She's a senior. This is it for her, and there's nobody that has more heart and guts than that kid, and she's just a competitor. So obviously, she was a leader of our team last year. She'll step it up even more this year. But Misha Green is another big one that's going to really step up into the leadership role for us. I mean, she's a kid last year that was just an unsung hero. She was a kid that did everything that helped us win games that might not have shown up on that stat sheet. In that championship game against Geneseo, she's 5'9" and grabbed 13 offensive boards against the biggest front court in our conference. And it's funny because basketball doesn't stat charges taken, but I'll guarantee you that kid was probably number 1 in the country in number of charges taken. I mean, she probably over the course of the year took over 40 by herself. So she's always been a real quiet kind of kid, lead by example. So we're asking her to step up a little more with her voice. She's incredibly smart. She knows the game real well. So she's another leader, and they're both our seniors. 2 of our seniors, and then we have some really good underclassmen like Devona Paul is a leader. She's our energy. We call her the Energizer Rabbit. She's a kid that just always is positive, always talking, always getting everybody going, and everybody has a down day from time to time, and she's just hugely important, and we really expect everybody on our team to lead, but I think we even have a stronger leadership group going into this year, which helps. I mean, as a coaching staff, when you have great leaders, it really makes your job a lot easier.
Now, when we were talking before, you had mentioned that your team is anxious. They're coming off obviously a great season. Can you talk to us a little bit about this anxiety that's hanging around, what your girls are most looking forward to?
I guess the biggest thing for them is our upperclassmen, our returners. They have this irreplaceable experience winning a championship, so they know what it took. They know what it felt like. They want to have that feeling again. But what we're trying to do, help them with as coaches, is help them understand. We got to relax a minute. We're a whole new team. We aren't going to be as good as we were in March, now in November, with new pieces in there. So it's them being able to be a little more patient with the new players, help them learn our stuff, help them understand why we do things a certain way. So it's definitely, but I don't want them backing down. I want them to have that fire. I want them to demand more out of each other every day. And I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but we could be as good as we were last year. We won't be on day one because it's going to take a little while. You just don't bounce back from the season we had with the caliber of players that we lost immediately. But in the long run, we could, if things go our way and we continue to improve every day, we could find ourselves in a similar situation at the end.
Now, can you give us a scouting report on the handful of newcomers that you have?
Sure.
Here you have a pretty talented group of individuals.
They definitely have some talent. Our first one, we have a transfer from Onondaga Community College, and they're always the best team in the state. They're one of the best teams in the country. Went to the national tournament last year, and so Allie Taylor played there the last 2 years, and she is. During preseason, Britt kept going, Coach, she's the most athletic kid in the gym. And I'm thinking, wow, we got some pretty athletic returning kids. So I'm like, wow, and we knew that by watching her as we recruited her. She can jump, she's long, she's fast, she's quick, but she's got to learn our stuff. She's a lot of play on reaction, play on instinct, not so much, the basketball IQ. So if we're getting her up to speed on the basketball IQ is our biggest thing right now. But when she gets it, she's going to be fun to watch. She runs the floor well too, so she fits our style. We have a freshman from Amityville, Shawnee Thornton, who is real quick. She'll play some point for us. She'll play a little off guard for us, and she's picking things up pretty quickly. She's got to pick up a lot being a point guard. You got to pick up the offenses, how to run our team, spearhead our defense. So she's very athletic, quick hands. And she's going to be. They're a little tentative yet. They're still learning. But they're going to. I would predict by second semester they're going to have a lot of people's attention. We brought in two other freshmen as well. A long 6-foot freshman from New Hampshire, Cassie Lalamere, who is a guard. So she's definitely, and she's probably got the sweetest shot on the team. She's got great rotation shot, just a really nice stroke. So she's a true freshman. if the wind blew in here, she might get blown over a little. So she got to get a little stronger, a little more aggressive. She's got a good head for the game, so she picks it up pretty quickly. So we'll find a way to get her the ball on the perimeter and kick out or reverse or skip something because she can shoot it. And then the last kid, unfortunately, has been hurt pretty much all of preseason. And Lauren Consul, she's from just outside of Albany and Catskill area, and she's a guard. She can play. It's been unfortunate that she's been out injured because it's going to take her a while to get in the shape we need her to get in, and being injured obviously has put her behind the 8 ball a little more, but I would imagine by second semester we'll be able to get her going as well.
Now, you've mentioned over the course of this interview a lot of players, basically your whole team. Is there somebody that we should keep an eye out for that, isn't a star or maybe is the star that you think is just going to have a great season?
Well, there's one person that who is I would say probably shocked the coaching staff in a great way. Actually listened to the things we've been saying and really came back and as a remade player. It's Odedere. She has got herself in shape. We've run 2 drills the last 2 days, and she probably was about 10 for 12 from the 3 and just killing it. They couldn't get off. Wow. It was a defensive drill, and she was on offense, and they couldn't get off defense because they could not stop her from raining down threes. So she's looked great in practice. Like I said, she's getting up and down the floor. She really got herself in shape, and if she can run with us, then she could help us. That's what we always told her. She never was in the shape we needed her to be in. Now she's in the shape we need her to be in. So she adds an element. She can stretch a floor because she can shoot it, and she's a real strong kid who can attack the rim. So I think she might be the sleeper. She's going to be somebody that nobody else knows about in our conference. She's a senior too. Nobody else in our conference ever paid any attention to because she hasn't made them pay attention to her. But she is definitely been impressive in practice and going to give us something that we haven't had and something that we're pleasantly surprised to have.
That sounds great. We're going to shift now to some personal questions for you. That way our viewers can get to know you a little bit. So let's get started. Your favorite restaurant in the Plattsburgh/North Country area?
Well, since I coach the basketball team here and we're here a month with no school, all we do is feed our kids. So we go to every restaurant in town. But if I have to pick a favorite, I'll have to go down to 2. I'm a big Saudi's fan because I love the noodles there, and I'm a big Kodos fan because I like sushi. So you'll find if somebody's treating, I'm going to those places.
Yeah, for sure. The Hitachi grill there, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Hibachi or whatever.
You got to go to the sushi bar because they'll give you a free salad, the crab salad and stuff, and you get your sushi right in front of those sushi guys. So that's probably that's one of my favorites.
You win a trip, destination to your choice. Where are you going?
Well, where am I going? I'm going to Australia. Australia? You're paying?
Oh, I'm not paying. I said you win. I didn't say I was.
I'm going to Australia. I've always wanted to go there, But if I was winning, I'm ready to go anywhere. But Australia would probably be pretty cool.
Now, I hear you're a phenomenal athlete. If you have a sport outside of basketball that you'd like to play, what's your go-to sport?
Phenomenal athlete. Well, I have a little age on that phenomenal athlete thing. But so I don't do the soccer, basketball things like I used to. Obviously, when you get older, you get a little smarter. You don't like people kicking or hitting you anymore. So I golf a lot. Golf is probably my passion in the summertime. I do a lot of golf. In the wintertime now, I try to stay active by playing like racquetball and beating up on the guys in the department,
Yeah, I hear they're in for some stiff competition. They have a hard time getting in the win column. Your favorite TV show? You have a favorite program that you like to watch?
I'm not a huge TV person, but if I'm watching something on TV, it's usually watching SU basketball. I'm going to watch I'm a college basketball fan. I'll watch almost any game. If Syracuse is on, unless I'm playing, I'm watching the game. So I'm a big Syracuse fan. That's where I grew up.
Your biggest fear? Snakes or heights or spiders or?
Well, I don't really like any of those things. My biggest fear probably would be, I'm not a big snake fan, so don't, I'm good with heights. I can deal with that, but I'm not a big snake fan.
I'm not a big snake fan either.
Yeah, so.
Coach, well, we appreciate your time here today, and thanks for talking with us.
Jeff, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
And we are back here at the Memorial Hall with Plattsburgh versus Norwich for the second half. It's 24-19. Plattsburgh is in the lead.
Yeah, and now Devona Paul back out there. She's going to be now probably one of the main focus in the offense. You've got to keep her out of foul trouble, as we said before. But One interesting thing I want to talk to you about for Norwich, number 15, Isla Curry. She's 2 of 11, with only 6 points. She's the team leading scorer. She averages 28.5 a game. So, and no one on the team has more than 4 shot attempts of anybody else on that team. You have to add up 4 other girls on the team to add up the amount of shot attempts she has for 2 of 11. So that's one thing we have to watch. Is she going to keep shooting like that? Because apparently she has the green light because she's been shooting all day. But Plattsburgh has to watch and keep her from getting hot because she's one thing they have to watch for.
I wonder if she's like Steph Curry because he always has the green light.
Yeah, and Misha Green got fouled there and no call. She got grabbed as she was begging for a call. Nothing happened. Yeah, but Steph Curry, I mean, don't even need me talk about him, man. That kid can shoot from anywhere.
And the pass it, trying to find something as they had a rough first half shooting, and the struggle continues, but it's an offensive board, and it's LeBlanc missing again from down low.
Allie Taylor going coast to coast, gets the rebound, puts it all the way back. She's now got 8 points on the game.
Having a strong game. She did shoot some and didn't miss quite a few, but still putting up the numbers.
Now she's 3 of 8, not bad, but she's also tied for leading her team in points with Brittany Marshall, 8 points apiece.
There's the shot, and it's good by Kayla Mercer.
That's her second shot of the game. She's 2 of 3 with 4 points.
Here's Devona Paul. She puts up the shot, and it's no good. It's her first shot attempt of the game, and Misha Green gets fouled.
Great hustle down low. First off, I didn't really like the shot there by Devona Paul. She faded away. I think she could have given a little bit of that shove like she did, but still went up strong with it. But Misha Green, got to give her credit, coming in there fighting for the board and then getting fouled. She's getting a little bit of payback for that call she didn't get just before.
She swishes the first free throw.
And in the first half, Plattsburgh was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Now making it 5 of 7, almost 67%.
Green going for the second free throw. She makes both. Plattsburgh takes a 7-point lead.
Now 6 of 8 from the line as a team.
Misha Green is 2 for 2. Norwich player falls down and they call a jump ball. It should be Plattsburgh ball.
Good hustle there by Devona Paul coming in there. Norwich keeps control of it. As it looked, oh, no, excuse me, it was a timeout by Norwich. Full timeout. Trying to calm her team down there. I believe now we'll have Queen talk to us for the first time. Oh, but we're still looking into that. They're trying to set up here. It's the first game here. Things working out the kinks. But hopefully now we'll be able to talk to Queen, see what she has to say. She has a few stories for us. Go on now, Queen.
And now Queen. Now Queen, we'll bring it over to you on the sideline.
Senior Brittany Marshall was the star of the game this past Sunday at the NYU Tip-Off Championship Tournament. She scored 21 points and 8 out of 13 shooting. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to fulfill the quest of a 2-0 season opener. They lost to the Violets 86-70.
And we're back here as we just got information from Queen.
About Brittany Marshall, as she said, she mentioned there that Brittany Marshall's getting very close to all-time assist leading for career here at Plattsburgh. She needs 93 at the start of the game. Now she has 1 assist on the game. She needs 92. But as you can see, she's definitely now needs to try to get everybody more involved here. Maybe do a little bit of scoring first off, and then start facilitating the rest of the game.
And she was the leading scorer of the first half for Plattsburgh. Norwich passing it and shot. Some three-pointer is good for Kayla Mercer. She's hit 2 shots to start off this second half.
And she doesn't even jump when she shoots. She steps in and just a little hop as she shoots the ball. But she's got a good form there and knock it down. She made 2 straight shots for her team. Is looking side of Misha Green.
Misha Green gets blocked, looking for the foul, disappointed.
Yeah, she didn't get the call there again. I think that was actually a good no call there by the ref.
I agree. They pass it down. The shot, it's up and it's off by Kelsey Lodi. It's brought up by Brittany Marshall. bounces off her leg, but she gets it back.
Yeah, good hustle there, get it back. I'll tell you right now, Norwich is not afraid to put this ball on the three-point line. As
There was a foul right there as
Yes, it
Devona
is.
Paul misses the layup but gets to go to the free throw line.
But they're not afraid to put this ball up, just like Plattsburgh. They're looking to get back in this game with the three-point shot. Right now, down by 4. They just made one right there, and they're still looking for it. They might have an opportunity to get back into the game. They start making those shots.
First free throw was good for Devona Paul.
She's a good free throw shooter also. Amazing how all the girls on this team, the ladies, are all shooters.
Devona Paul only played 4 minutes in that first half as she picked up 2 quick fouls. And their free throw goes in and out.
Always getting me. Now 7 of 10 from 70% from the line in this game.
And here's Curry, and she passes it.
But I told you before, splitting free throws hurts you down the line. There's 3 more points they could have. This would be a 32-24 game.
Curry drives in, gets blocked.
Great defense there by Devona Paul.
Curry is still having trouble shooting. She's only made 2 shots and 12 attempts.
Yeah, rough day for her, and her team seems to be struggling because of it. See, that's what happens when you mess up a word like that. Just kind of make fun of yourself. But 10 seconds on the shot clock. Plattsburgh looking for a good look at the basket here.
Allie Taylor goes in. It's off of her. She tried to draw the foul, but did not get a call.
She looked at Jax Miller as the defender collapsed onto her, but she chose not to pass it out. I think if she could have stopped herself before going to a shot and then passed out to Jax Miller, would have had a better look at a basket. I'll take a 3-point shot from Jax Miller in the corner any day. But Allie Taylor's been playing very well for the last few minutes. Not a bad look taking it to the basket by her either.
Call an offensive foul on Norwich. The coach, Mark Zacher,
Asking for an
Illegal
explanation there. It's
screen
on.
on Norwich number 34.
I guess he disagrees
Donovan
with the
Driscoll,
call,
her
but
first
Plattsburgh comes
team's
up with the ball.
fourth.
Number 34, Donovan Driscoll there with the foul.
Marshall looking to the bench for the play. She passes it. Allie Taylor looking for Devona Paul down low, but she gives it to
Great
Misha
pass.
Green, and that was a
Misha
fantastic
Green.
pass.
Great inside pass there. Lobbed it over the defender, and Misha Green puts it up. She's been fighting all day down low, and you got to use good hands there by Devona Paul. Good. Misha Green's been using her body to get inside and using that mismatch. She's got a smaller defender on her, as the biggest defender for Norwich is on Devona Paul. So she has to take advantage of it, and they're doing pretty well. So it looked like it was a kickball there.
I don't know. We're playing soccer, but it must have not been a call to the referee.
And then they let it go here because it looked like Allie Taylor got bumped on that play. But as you see, Plattsburgh's constantly getting their hands in the passing lane, trying to force turnovers.
They call a blocking foul. Third foul on Devona Paul.
I couldn't really tell there if she really.
Cardinal
if
foul
I
on
couldn't say
number
her momentum
21,
if she
Devona
stopped.
Paul. Her
But
third,
as you can see,
team's
Coach
first.
Cole is not very happy with it. That's her third foul, as you just said. That's going to be difficult. She's only got 2 left.
Shooting for the
So-
Cadets, number 15,
You want to take it to the
Aaliyah
body
Curry.
and try to draw the offensive foul, but once you're in foul trouble, maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
Isla Curry knocks down the first of her free throws. She's 2 of 3 from the line.
Second one is also good as Norwich cuts it to 5.
She's got 8 points
Checking
on
in
the
for the
game.
Cardinals, number 30, Jessica Dolan.
Devona Paul is subbed out early again in the half.
I think it's just to get her a little bit of rest, and Coach Cole's obviously going to use her later down the stretch. So not trying to have her pick up an early foul, give her 4, then she would have to sit out most of the game, the rest of the game. So sit her for a little while now, calm her down, and then put her in back when you need her.
And they bring back in Jessica Dolan. And here's the 3 by Brittany Marshall. She sinks it.
She knew it was good when she shot.
Brittany
She started
Marshall.
running. She gave, as she's looking at her teammates, we saw her smirking as she knew that was going down. Now she's got 11 on the game, and she knocked down that 3.
Their second 3-point made as she hit one early in the game. There's a shot by Norwich. It's no good, but they got the rebound. It's a foul as Donovan Driscoll tried to put it up. She will go to the free throw line.
Cardinal foul on number 12, Misha Green.
The foul for the Cardinals
Team
on
second.
Misha Green.
Shooting
She had
for
her
the
hands up
Cadets,
there, but the body
number
contact is what the ref
34,
called the foul
Donovan
on.
Driscoll.
Driscoll misses the first free throw as the Hard Hatters were messing with her.
Yes, they do that a lot, but she made her first 2 early in the game. So now coming down on this opposite side of the court, seems that it's obviously affected a little bit. Maybe the Hard Hats had something to do with it, but as the second one is way off. We had a free throw violation. Donovan Driscoll stepped in too early as she let go of the shot.
Pass it to Taylor, but Miller will be bringing up the ball.
See, now that foul does not look bad on Misha Green because no points were given up, and you
And
came
the ball
away.
back. Sorry. Green tried to go in down low, but she missed it and went up the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah, she made a good quick spin move on her, but she didn't have the full awareness of where she was underneath the basket. She was a little bit too close. As an air ball there, Sally Taylor's coming down full speed, gives it to Brittany Marshall just off the front of the rim. As she made that last one, looked like that one was going to be good too. She's got more than enough confidence. She'll shoot all day.
Here is Kelsey Lodi in the corner, and she hits it, but it's a 2-pointer.
Foot's just on the line. They're looking to answer threes with threes right now. They're not afraid to try to answer 2. And we haven't seen Jax Miller now looking down low. We have not seen her shoot in a while.
Jessica Dolan with the mid-range shot off the front of the rim, but it's a good offensive rebound by Misha Green.
Good fight, though, by her. It's Misha Green constantly in there to try to get the ball. As Norwich gets the ball back, but Misha Green constantly in there for offensive boards. You see, she's not the biggest, but she finds a way to get to that shot. So you cannot fault her for the hustle she gives, and that's the reason why she gets so many minutes right now.
They sub back in Stephanie Linder, who had 5 offensive boards in the first half, 1 defensive. Plattsburgh playing a full court press.
That one they broke it a little bit too easily. Not enough pressure there established by Plattsburgh. Norwich now has to try to get this ball moving again and see if they can use mismatches as Curry puts up a shot.
Goes in and out. The rebound by Dolan. She passes it to Marshall, who'll bring it up
Curry's
the court.
not feeling it today. That's I think her 13th miss on the night.
Something like that.
Well, she's taken 13 shots. That's probably her 12th miss. But
Poor pass by Dolan.
She's definitely shot a lot tonight, and it's not falling for her. She still has 8 points, but after a while, even the best you see in the league, best who've played basketball, you see maybe it's just not my night tonight, unless you're Kobe Bryant and you can just shoot the ball 50 times and still score 30 points. So, I mean, to an extent, the coaches eventually say, hey, you're hurting us more than you're helping right now. I need you to start passing the ball out. But she ends up with a steal right here.
Allie Taylor tried to do it, and there's another shot by Curry, and she hits one.
That one was
Aaliyah
much more
Curry.
in rhythm as Misha Green tries to come down and get it just off her fingertips. Coach Cole wants a timeout.
Coach Cheryl Cole is not
Timeout,
too happy
Plattsburgh
with that
State.
pass right there.
SUNY
It's,
Plattsburgh
now
Athletics is
4-point
grateful
game.
for the corporate of the following businesses. Dr. Mark E. Thompson, Saranac Power Partners,
let's
Econo
see.
Lodge, Liquor and Wine Warehouse.
Now we try to
Pub
think
and
about it.
Restaurant, Plattsburgh Ford,
Plattsburgh
Pepsi, Champlain
moving the
Smiles,
ball better, much
Bernayne
better this
Building
half.
Contractors,
They're
DS
trying to get
Specialties,
it
Heinz Electric,
inside to
UFirst
extend to
Federal
Misha Green.
Credit Union,
But we should be having
Campus
Queen
Dining,
a little bit,
Primelink, Best Western
giving us a
Ground
little
Round,
more
Church Grill
information.
Company, Stewart Shops,
Queen,
Casella
what do you
Waste
have?
Management, CAS, The College Store, WIRY, Hometown Radio,
Timing's off.
Facet
It's
Realty,
first game.
Remax,
First game of the
North
season.
Country, Champlain National Bank,
All
Jeffers
right,
Steel
Queen,
and
do you
Engineering.
have anything for us? There you go.
Transfer student Allie Taylor from Onondaga Community College scored 16 points in her season debut. She's with her much experience and honors in the game. She is expected to adapt fairly quickly. By the looks of the game, she's probably the next Kathleen Payne. We can be sure to hear great things about not only Taylor, but about the Plattsburgh State women's basketball team.
Queen talking about Allie Taylor, and she could possibly be the next Kathleen Payne, who's the leading scorer for Plattsburgh. She graduated last year.
Plattsburgh's women's only All-American to ever have for this school's history. Probably one of the greatest players to ever have played for this college in women's basketball. Absolute dominant player. I like the idea that she could have the potential to go there. It remains to be seen. We haven't seen enough of her yet. But she comes up with a steal. I love how that happens.
Goes up with the layup, and it's good.
Great finger roll.
Taylor.
She's definitely got the skill to be very good. If she develops a three-point shot, then I'll agree with Queen about that she could be that good. But right now, she's definitely got the intangibles to make her an outstanding player.
Shot is off by Kayla Mercer. It's Devona Paul who's back in with 3 fouls. Brittany Marshall controlling the ball, passes it across. And it's stolen by Kayla Mercer, and they call a foul on Stephanie Linder.
Personal foul on number 32, Stephanie Linder. Her first,
That is-
team's third.
Stephanie Linder's first foul of the game. She's
Yeah,
not in foul
definitely.
trouble.
What was that? You said Stephanie Linder just had that foul, correct?
Yep.
Yep, and she's got to worry about foul trouble also, because she's definitely someone they need out there.
Shot by Kelsey
3 points.
Lottie.
Kelsey Lottie.
It's good. Now it's a 3-point game. Misha Green's down low. Goes in with the little finger roll. And it's off, and there's a foul on Misha Green.
She went over the back there, and
Plattsburgh State foul on
there
number
we go.
12, Misha
And
Green.
that was a
Her
good
third,
look first, because
team's
she's really
fourth.
not going to get around Driscoll, because
Shawnee
Driscoll's just
Thornton
standing there in the
entering
paint, just
for the
forcing her
Cardinals.
will. So Misha has to try to make those moves, but right there was not the best shot with that under and up. But now Plattsburgh's got to worry. They got to make good shots now. This is only a 3-point game, and Norwich has started to hit some threes. They have to be wary of making bad shot attempts.
This half, you can see Norwich shooting more threes. Maybe that's what coach told them to do in halftime.
Well, sometimes you live and die by three. Stephanie Linder picks up another reach-in foul. She has to be careful.
Cardinal foul on number
She didn't have a
32,
foul in the first
Stephanie
half, but
Linder,
that's
her
2
second,
in the
team's
past
fifth.
minute of this game. Norwich will inbound the ball.
They're calling out a play to try to get an inbounds, good shot from the inbounds.
Inbounded to Kayla Mercer.
Stephanie Dolan looks to check in. Jessica Dolan. As the shot
is
goes
good
in.
by Curry. Maybe she's starting to
Yeah, I
Aaliyah
think she's starting to
Curry.
heat up a little bit now.
keep on shooting, and maybe it will work out for you.
Well, then that's another thing. Shooters love to keep shooting. You can get out of a funk if you keep putting the ball up.
The 3 is good by
3
Stephanie
points.
Linder.
Stephanie Linder.
That breaks the run that Norwich had going there. You can't leave a good three-point shooter open out like that.
Now it's a 4-point game. Hopefully Plattsburgh can get back on a run. They call
Offensive
Offensive
foul,
foul.
illegal screen by number 22.
Ariana Harrison.
Cadets
And
foul on number
That
22,
shot was huge for
Ariana
Plattsburgh
Harrison.
by Stephanie
Her
Linder
fourth.
because it stopped that run that
Team's
Norwich was
fifth.
on, and it gave them some momentum. They hadn't hit a three in a while since Brittany Marshall's three on the wing
Tori
here
Kiko back on the
I think it was
floor
early in
for
the half.
Cadets.
So that helped a lot. Now you get to get the momentum back, start working the ball, use a little bit of clock, get Devona Paul involved. Like she just made that great pump fake,
Devona
great
Paul.
move, and keep getting her involved also.
And they subbed out Misha Green, who played all of the first half. Now getting some rest here in the second half with 11 minutes to go. And here is Donovan
Basket
Driscoll
counts.
as she hits the layup and one, going to the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point play.
Good
Cardinal foul
strong move
on
by her
number
to get to
30,
the basket.
Jessica Dolan.
And, Jessica Dolan
Her
didn't really
third.
was in the wrong position to try to defend that
Team's
shot.
sixth. Shooting for the Cadets.
16
Number
foul.
34, Donovan
Plattsburgh in
Driscoll.
this half. They need to calm that down.
Yeah, keep themselves composed. Try to stop with the silly fouls. I said Banks in the free throw. Banks open this late in the afternoon.
Heather LeBlanc
But,
re-entering for Norwich.
Hey, a free throw's a free throw. You may, well, however you make it in.
She must have called bank or something.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. So, but as now Norwich putting the press on as Plattsburgh breaks it very easily. Hands the ball.
Dolan gets fouled. That's a good call by the referee. She tried to pass it to Devona Paul.
And right there, I don't think that was the best pass Brittany Marshall could have made to Joe
Cadets
Dolan.
foul
They were
on
right
number
next to each other.
33,
I think
Tori
she expected
Kiefer,
somebody
her
to be a little
third,
farther off.
team's sixth.
But
She had Linder in the corner wide
yeah,
open.
I believe she could have given it, hold it for another second, held it up for another second. She would have had Linder open in the corner and given it to her.
Shawnee Thornton, the freshman, pass it to Marshall, and she shoots the 3, and it's just off. And
She's been awful a little bit. She's been a little streaky here and there, but you can't shy away from the shot if you're her. You got to keep putting it up because you see with Curry, she just puts up another shot and it just comes off
It's the front and the back of the rim, but it's an offensive rebound, and it's good by Kayla Mercer.
She's made a couple big baskets this half. She made a 3, a long jump shot, long 2, and now a layup. She's got 7 points this half. I had to add it up there for a second. 2, 2, 4, 6.
Did a good job.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the brain works. It's Jessica Dolan.
Jessica
That's
Dolan.
her shot. She's like, you know what I always refer her to? Like Udonis Haslem. Always makes that baseline jump shot. She's great from that right there. As now the Hard Hats getting involved and the crowd getting involved for Plattsburgh, calling for defense.
Plattsburgh's up by 3. 10 minutes to go, and the shot is good by Tori Keithrow.
Now it's going back and forth, back and
Keithrow.
forth.
See, in the first half, just a whole bunch of misses of the shots, but now they're starting to hit them and bring up the scoring. Marshall gets the screen from Devona Paul. There's a foul called on Devona Paul. It's her 4th foul of the game.
Cardinal foul on number 21, Devona
Calling
Paul,
a moving
her
screen
4th.
there, and it was coming from the
Team
opposite
7.
side of the court by the opposite ref.
I don't really agree with this call.
I didn't see anything wrong there. They both bumped into each other, but I didn't see an illegal screen.
The refs are talking it over.
Deliberating. Maybe it's they called the foul on someone else, or no, they're staying as is. Now it's, as you said, 4 fouls on Devona Paul, and she's been playing very well the last few moments. That's going to really hurt Coach Cole's
Misha
plan
Green
for the
will
second
check
half.
in for Plattsburgh
Devona
State.
has to sit now. You can't have her get her 5th and be gone for the rest of the game.
So now Plattsburgh is let up, and they're playing back on their side of the court. It's brought up by Curry.
Now it's only a 1-point game. Stress is starting to get to them now. And the game's, now that it's close like this, no mistakes. Plattsburgh has to commit no mistakes. But it's a high thing to say. Not many teams do make mistakes unless you're the San Antonio Spurs. You don't make mistakes. But shot clock slowly coming down.
Called a travel, which looked like she might have
And if
taken
you're
an extra
Norwich,
step.
no silly turnovers.
Nope.
Just like that, no turnovers.
You can hear the Hard Hats getting into it, trying to pump up this team.
That's what's great about the Plattsburgh crowd. They always are supportive here, regardless of the score, regardless of what happens. That ball just flies through, and looking for a good shot. Linder, good move.
She takes it to the rack.
Stephanie Linder.
Steps over the Norwich defender on the ground.
She did an Allen Iverson
Yeah.
of the finals against the Lakers in 2001.
But good move there. Now back to a 3-point game. Plattsburgh has to get a good stop here on defense, come down, make a good shot.
Calling offensive foul on
Cardinal foul on number
Cardinal
32, Stephanie Linder.
Stephanie Linder. That's her third
That's
foul.
her third foul, yes, as you
Team
just said.
8th.
And I believe it was she ran to the screen and they called the defensive
Jax
foul.
Miller.
So
Stepping on
that's
for the
her
Cardinals.
third. Now you have to watch. There's your spark off the bench now with 3 fouls. I don't think she's going to sit for very long, though, because you can use her. She can get another foul, and you can keep her out there. 'Cause
Shooting
what she
for the
does.
Cadets, number
Brought in
15,
Jax
Aaliyah
Miller.
Curry.
There's a free throw by Curry. She hits the first one. She stepped it up the past few minutes.
Now she's 3 of 5. 3 of 5. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. She's missed only 1.
and she hits both.
4 of 5 now from the line. As Norwich calls a timeout.
Timeout.
Called a
Cadets.
timeout, and they're down by 1 after hitting 2 free throws. And it's a full
So
timeout.
full timeout.
So what do you think Coach Cheryl Cole is going to be telling her team in this timeout?
Well, they have to get prepared. They have to try to move the ball a little bit better. But we should be having Queen in a moment, who's going to give us a little bit of information. And Queen. All right,
Queen.
In an exclusive interview earlier this week, Coach Cheryl Cole warned viewers to be on the lookout for Ayomide Adadapo. She has proven to be more fit, in shape, and lean this season to be on the court, to spend more time on the court. Although Adadapo is not here at the moment at the game, we do wish her good luck on her final year as a Cardinal, and we will be on the lookout for number 20 Adadapo.
Thank you, Queen. And she was talking about Ayomide Adadapo.
Yeah, Adadapo, she's not here right now. Undisclosed information that she's not here. For personal reason, we're not going to get into it. But her not being here, she gives another element to this team. With her play, she's very physical. She gets into it scrappy, makes good plays. So not having her is another piece out of the rotation that Coach Kroll has to get around. But as of this moment, it's yet to be seen when she's going to be back. And as we said, we wish her good luck in her final season, as with all the other seniors on the team. As it's going to be tough once Brittany Marshall leaves this team.
Oh, shot goes off the back of the rim by Jax Miller, and
And
it's a rebound
just
by
comes out of
Kayla
the hand.
Mercer.
Jessica Dolan almost had that rebound, almost brought it in, but it was just stripped out of her hands.
You were talking about Odedere being a physical player. I played a full court game against her. Luckily, I wasn't guarding her, but there was this one play where I had to guard her, and she took it in on the rack on me.
She's very crafty, if I'm going to give her an adjective to describe. As
Shawnee Thornton shot it backwards.
there's a freshman play. There's one where you not a full frame of mind to look to hold it up when you don't have numbers, and should have pulled it back, realized that she didn't have the shot, and instead caused a silly turnover.
Kayla Mercer holding the ball. She goes in with the shot. Her form on that shot was a little off. She misses the bank shot. Brittany Marshall looking for something. She passes it across. Shawnee Thornton with the ball, trying to step up. They're having missed an air ball to free throw, an air ball to three-pointer in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not looking to shoot right now, and she's obviously. Coach told her, I don't want you looking for that shot. I need you to look for shots better. As there's a miscommunication there between Jax Miller and Jessica Dolan. Jessica Dolan came up to set the screen. Jax was looking to pass, and it hit her foot. Obviously, they need to work on that communication skills. As Jax is now going to be playing a lot longer, she has to work on trying to get the communication with her teammates and where she wants to be, where she wants them to be, because she's going to be one of the stars on this team, and she has to work on that.
Shawnee Thornton wide open on the three. She passed it first. The second shot is off the rim.
And needed to follow her shot there. She shot it and just automatically walked down the court. You see that her legs aren't completely under her. Both shots that she's put up from three-point line have been short. That first one, air ball, that one short. So as Curry just misses another shot, she's missed two in a row. But you have to use your legs into it. You know, you play basketball, you always have to put your legs into the shot.
Shot by Marshall, off.
She's been shooting a lot today, but it's going to fall. It's going to happen. You have to watch out for it. Sometimes she shoots better when someone's guarding her sometimes.
The shot by Kayla Mercer is good, and she's been having herself a great half.
Kayla Mercer.
She's got a quick release. As soon as she touched that ball, that thing was practically in the air. Now it's a 2-point lead here for Norwich. Jessica Dolan puts up a shot. Just coming off, needed to follow her shot, fell away. Plattsburgh needs to follow the rebounds. They're shooting it like they know it's going to fall. You never know your shot's going to fall unless you're Kobe Bryant. But you need to follow your shot. That's where it's hurting right now. You need to pay attention.
Plattsburgh, they should maybe be going in for layups instead of falling.
Collapse the glass.
Shots.
You need to collapse on the glass. I see her.
Good play by Shawnee Thornton. She comes up with the steal. And here's the open layup, and she makes it as Plattsburgh ties the game.
Thornton.
Great play there by Shawnee Thornton. Slowed herself
Timeout.
up, calmed herself down.
Cardinals.
As we said, what's the easiest shot to miss in basketball?
The wide
The
open
wide
layup.
open layup. So that was a great play by her. She got herself back in it. We got another full timeout here. And I think we're just going to be talking now. So Plattsburgh had a little trouble there. They turned the ball over a few times. Norwich has finally got into it with 3-point shots and easy baskets. We should be having a replay coming up momentarily. And here we have the replay. Shot comes off. Norwich moving the ball down. Swinging it. Now here's this quick shot. Watch this. Boom, done. She's got a very fast release, and it's a great shot. She gets set there. She knew that shot was going. She was going to put that out before she even got the ball. So that's another person you have to watch out for as the replay continues to go here. Dolan missing it.
And this is when the steal occurs, I believe,
Yes.
by Shawnee Thornton.
No, I believe that's the
No,
next possession.
next
Next possession down. All right. And
No,
long
replay.
replay. Here we
There's
go.
the steal.
There it is. Shawnee comes down, slows herself up, as I said. Look at that. Then calmly puts the ball up. That's a long replay, man.
Yeah, it was a long replay.
And, normally, the replays in pieces, not pieces, I'd be shorter clips, but when you have two key plays that happen like that, the quick three-point shot that puts Norwich up by 2, and then you have the steal that ties the game as throws a Hail Mary as Brittany Marshall comes up with the steal.
That was a poor pass selection.
Looked like Jay Cutler throwing the ball up. But
maybe even Eli Manning this
yeah,
season.
possibly, yeah. And people don't like it when I make fun of Eli, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But another miscommunication there as Jack's trying to pass it. And that's 2 turnovers that have occurred, her trying to get the ball inside. I like that she's looking to move the ball inside, but she has to be more aware of where she's passing it and where people are cutting.
Curry brings it up, and she's fouled and misses the layup, but will go to the free throw line.
And Brittany Marshall with a look of astonishment on her face saying, I didn't touch her, what are you talking about?
Did not look like a foul.
And looked like she just ran right by her, but contact possibly happened during that play. And you can see Brittany Marshall smiling. It's like, when the boys play, Plattsburgh boys, Shamoy McIntosh is one of those. Even when he gets a foul called on him, always smiling. You never know what he's thinking, but he's always smiling. Brittany always smiles too, but when you see that smirk on her face, you know something good's going to happen. That was just a smile of, yeah, I'll take the foul. But when that smirk comes up, when she hit that 3 earlier, as Curry hits the second of both free throws,
Paul checking back in for Plattsburgh State.
you know something's going to happen.
They bring back in Devona Paul, who has 4 fouls.
She has to be careful. Just put your hands up. Don't contest shots. No silly mistakes on offense. They need her to stay in the game for the remainder of this game.
They pass the ball to Paul. She goes in. She passes it back out. Linder thought about the shot, but gave it back to Marshall. They're trying to get the ball to Devona Paul. As Linder goes up, and she is fouled.
Good move, trying to get the floater over there. The contacts will force that shot to be short.
Cadets foul on number 33, Tori Keithrow.
Plattsburgh has a chance to tie this game if they make both free throws.
Stephanie Linder.
One thing I didn't say, I wanted to say before, I like their sneakers. I like the color, the way the sneakers are. Everyone's wearing the same. I like it when teams all wear the same shoes.
Ariana Harrison.
I mean, of course, you see
checks
colleges
in for
where
the
they let them,
Cadets.
like Michigan State, they all wear the same shoes. Just Coach Tom Izzo doesn't care if the kid wants to wear different shoes. But I like that uniformity being the same and united in that sense.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that until you brought it up. The ref is talking to the scoring table, trying to figure something out.
Not sure what the miscommunication was there.
Here's Linder going for the second free throw. And it goes in after it bounces off every part of the rim.
Hey, that's shooter's touch. That's shooter's touch. Nothing wrong with that. Now, Norwich getting pretty good at beating this break right now. And
Devona Paul is trying to get into the head of Curry.
yeah, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. You never know. And sometimes you can say the wrong thing, and the refs don't like that. But it's good to get psychological warfare is always a key to basketball. Contact there, no foul call, but Linder comes up with it, pushing the break.
Oh, poor pass.
Errant pass there.
Allie Taylor.
Not a good play there. She could have went up with a layup herself, but decided to make that pass. Sometimes one too many passes is bad, but
She was looking for Marshall to cut in, but Marshall was waiting. Oh, and it goes off the top of the backboard. They don't call treetops anymore.
no, they don't. But as Linder sets herself, puts it up, and just off the back of the brim, and besides that 1-3 she put up, she's been off from the three-point line. So that's been hurting the Cardinal without making these three-point shots. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. I said it earlier in the game. It's the same thing that's going on right now. But now that 3 minutes left in the game, this game's tied as a foul's called.
Is that on Linder?
If it is, it's her 4th, right?
4th foul this half for Linder.
Cardinal foul on number 32.
Wonder if
Stephanie Linder.
coach is going to keep her in.
Her 4th.
Just under 4 minutes to
So
go
now-
in the second half.
Here, the problem is now you have two of your players out there, both were forward, Devona Paul and Stephanie Linder. Now with it coming to, they're in the you're in the double
Kayla
bonus
Mercer
right now.
re-enter for the Cadets.
They're also in 1-1. So now it's going to be free throws either way, going back and forth. Now you have to watch what kind of fouls you're doing here, and if it gets to like a game where it comes to the free throw game late in the game, it's going to extend this game a long time. Now with it being a 2-point possession, Plattsburgh has to try to come out here and make some easy buckets for themselves.
It's Curry, she hit both free throws, and she's been shooting very well. from the free throw line this half. It's Paul, she gives it to Green, and Green loses the ball.
Mishandles it. That was a good pass by Devona Paul, and another foul by Misha Green. That's not a good foul, 65 feet from the basket.
Frustration foul right
Yeah,
there.
you can't have that. Now you're putting their best free throw shooter back on the line.
Misha Green, her fourth.
Now this is where it
And
gets
Leah Curry
it gets
steps
iffy
to the line once again for
because
Norwich.
now they have multiple free throws they're going to be taking here because she's made every one. And it's just going to slowly progress this game. You cannot give them easy freebies because if you want to stay competitive in this game, you have to try to keep your hands up, try not to swipe at the ball. I mean, she's made 4 consecutive free throws, so you have to watch that.
The pass to Taylor.
Great pass.
And she misses the wide open layup.
But good contest there by the Norwich defenders there on the block.
Great pass, but got to be able to convert
Right
those
now,
layups.
the Cardinals have to calm down. Still 3 minutes left in this game. You have a lot of time to get back in this. It's only a 4-point game. You have a lot of time. Stop trying to force it up quick. Work your offense.
Saw the shot was off by Kelsey Lottie. And Allie Taylor is trying to shoot a 3. Not the best shot selection that she missed it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if she's consistent from that spot. I prefer to see Jax Miller or Brittany Marshall shoot that ball up from there. Even Stephanie Linder, I prefer to have her do that. Misha Green there with a good contest.
Good rebound by Donovan Driscoll.
Good pass out. LeBlanc with it.
Oh, and that is the number
That's gonna be
5.
five, yeah.
Devona Paul. She swatted that ball. I don't know if there was
I don't
much
think-
contact.
I think she hit her wrist as she went up. I'd like to see that one again if we could. But that's one that's going to now it changes everything. Now you have to put in another player in there. Now you don't have your best 4 or 5 in there in the game to really do damage down low.
Jax Miller in for the Cardinals.
Jax Miller will come in. Like you said, maybe she'll be hitting the 3.
Yeah, now you have to wonder. Devona has to keep her head up. Now she has to try to help her team from the bench. She might not be in there, but she has to help that way.
She looks very frustrated after fouling out. As LeBlanc will go up and shoot free throws. She did not attempt one in the first half. She sinks the first free throw.
Now it's a 5-point game. This is the largest lead Norwich has had all game.
And she misses the second free throw. Here's
Still a 2-possession game here. Plattsburgh has a lot of time to work with.
Linder passes it out to Taylor. Loses the ball.
Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Plattsburgh should have possession here. Now that play, I don't think it was the best idea to put that ball on the floor. I think you should have swung it around a little bit more, try to find a better shot. Allie Taylor right now, where she's had her bright spots in this game, a few careless turnovers, and it can really hurt you. Now she has to calm herself down a little bit, get herself back in rhythm. Misha Green here trying to make a move.
She goes up with the
Misha Green.
Great play
Timeout.
by Misha Green.
Plattsburgh State.
30-second timeout will be called by
3-point game with 2:24
Plattsburgh.
left. That's a great move. Great inlet pass there to get her the ball. She makes a quick little drop spin to her right-hand side, puts the ball over the top. Good move.
They were doing that earlier in the half, but they've been seeming to resort to shooting
Yeah.
recently. So maybe if they get back to that, they'll get back in this game. As
I
they're
think
down
that's a
by
good point.
3.
To focus the ball going inside. Use that as a point of emphasis. Force them to collapse on the girls inside and then kick it back out to your shooters if you really have to. But Misha Green's been working it down low. She's been playing very well off the block. If you can get her open again, get her on that mismatch, have her put that ball up because she's made it almost every time. When Driscoll was guarding her, that's when she had difficulty. But Driscoll's not been on her the last few times. So that's where you have to focus. But 2:24, a lot of time left.
A lot of time.
Don't rush shots. Don't use the whole shot clock, but don't rush shots. Still get a good look at it.
Norwich will try to inbound the ball. A lot of pressure from Plattsburgh.
Watch the long pass.
She passes it into Kayla Mercer.
Good defense to keep her on the sideline.
That's off of Norwich. great defense as they triple teamed her on the sideline.
Allie Taylor forcing that turnover. She taps the ball and it goes off of Alia Curry's leg. And great play there to get the ball back. And only 7 seconds ran off the shot off the clock. So now this is when you need to take a good basket. You do not need a 3 here. Get an easy 2. Get right back in it.
Brittany Marshall tried a one-handed pass, tipped by the Norwich player.
Norwich has played very good recently, getting their hands in the passing lanes and cutting off passes. Plattsburgh has to make sure all their passes are crisp and sharp, make sure they're on target.
Jax Miller looking for something, as taking time off the clock, which they do not want to do.
They have 2 enemies right now. You can't, that's a minute 50.
Brittany Marshall wants the ball. She shoots the 3. It's off, but it's an offensive rebound by Allie Taylor, who gets fouled.
Oh, no continuation. Great play, though.
Call the foul on the floor, so the basket
She
will
will
not
be
count.
shooting. Great play. She came over with that rebound. She wanted to put it back up. She didn't have enough time. She had put it on the floor, which was a good, smart play. Keithrow with the foul there. And now she'll be shooting 1-and-1.
And Norwich brings back in Donovan Driscoll, 6'3"
back
junior.
on for the Cadets.
Taylor swishes the first free throw.
Doesn't seem to be phased by the moment right now. It's a big free throws for her right now.
Second free throw is also swished.
Actually, if you look at it, she's the only one with different sneakers.
Yeah,
She's the only one with different sneakers.
lighter color than all the rest of the teammates.
But it stays in that similar thing.
Trying to stand out.
Almost another turnover there.
It's off of.
Great play by Curry, forcing it off the Plattsburgh player.
There's a timeout called.
Full timeout here.
Cadets.
And that was almost another turnover just occurred there for, that would have been disastrous there for Norwich. But see, Plattsburgh right back in it, 1-point game. You have a minute 30, at least 2 possessions you can work out of this. So have a good defensive stop, run 20 seconds off the clock. You're about a minute 14 left. So you come down, use at least 10 to 15 seconds if you really have to. Get a quick 2-point, quick layup or quick easy jump shot. Don't go for a 3. Get back on defense, have another big stop. That's all you need to do. No 3s are necessary. Because if you try to go for 3s, a long rebound, they can get it back in transition, get an easy bucket on you.
As the Norwich coach, Mark Zacher, is probably not happy with that last turnover on the team, but telling them they got to calm down and kill some time.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Look at that. Look at you. You got it. And I said, yeah, they just girls got to level your heads out. We're fine. We're still up right here. Just work the ball, get a good shot, use up as much of this shot clock as we can. Time's on our side, but we have to get a good look here because if we keep this at a 1-point game, we need to at least make this a 3-point basket lead, a 3-point lead, or a 2-possession lead with a 3-point shot. That's what we have to do in this possession because we cannot give Plattsburgh an opportunity to come back and take the lead in this game.
Got to make sure Plattsburgh does not foul here, as they already have 10 fouls.
Neither team can foul right now because either way, someone's going to the line.
Shot is no good. It's a rebound by Brittany Marshall.
And a foul called. She's going to the line. Great play. She skied for that rebound. As I said, it's amazing how she's the smallest girl out there. She gets those rebounds.
She has hustle, dedication to this sport. She will try to tie the game with the first free throw.
Donovan Driscoll with the foul.
Brittany Marshall, up until this game, was perfect, 100% from the free throw line. She missed one earlier. Will she make these? She makes the first to tie the game with 1:26
She's
left.
got ice in her veins. It doesn't bother her.
Trying to take the lead with under a minute 30 to go.
Norwich tried to sub in there early on, didn't get it in to sub in time. Bangs down the second one.
As they sub in, Donovan
They're
Driscoll.
going offense defense here with Donovan Driscoll here. So that's obviously what Norwich is going to do the whole time. Plattsburgh has to keep this press up and force another turnover if they can.
Almost stolen by
Taylor.
Allie
Almost
Taylor.
there.
Kayla Mercer's walking the ball. The crowd is chanting defense.
Yeah. Now what I told you before, that they have to get a quick 2-point basket, and that's the same exact thing Norwich has to do. No.
And both shots miss for LeBlanc.
And bodies continue to hit the ground. Great hustle by both teams there. But new shot clock because the ball went off the rim. 50 seconds left, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Plattsburgh cannot foul here.
You cannot give Curry this easy look either.
Curry misses, doesn't hit the rim. There's a foul called on Norwich. I believe it's on LeBlanc.
I think it is. And now it should send Misha Green to the free throw line.
I believe that's the
Norwich
ninth
foul on number
team foul.
23, Heather
Still
LeBlanc.
1-1.
Her fourth, team's
LeBlanc,
ninth.
that's LeBlanc's fourth foul of the game. Now she's in foul trouble for her team.
Misha
But this late in the
Green
game,
to the line
you don't
for
mind
the
that.
Cardinals.
I mean, unless you know it's going to go overtime.
Yep. Misha Green makes the first free throw.
Makes it a 2-point game. As I said, very good, great form she has. Now they knock this one down, you can make it a 3-point game.
And she misses the second free throw. So Plattsburgh's up by 2 with 43 left in the half.
That means you have to get a 3 to beat you. Don't give up 3-point shots. But right now, there's enough time. They can go for a quick 2 to tie this game. I hate it when teams go for the 3. It makes me crazy, like right now. But unless she nails that thing like she
Kayla
does,
Mercer.
3 points.
She
Kayla
hits a
Mercer.
3-pointer. Plattsburgh down by 1. So Allie Taylor goes in. And it's off of Allie Taylor.
I'm not sure I agree with that. She touched the ball. Now they need to get up here.
As the refs will discuss this and maybe overturn it.
They're not saying, they're keeping it as is. Obviously, no one got a good view of that. I thought it went off of Norwich player, but Coach Cole's going to call a timeout here.
Timeout. Cardinals.
I think Allie Taylor didn't need to take that ball inside. I think if they swung it around, they would have had a better look.
She forced it.
Number 24, Kayla Mercer. I think, 11, 12 points this half?
She's had 3 threes
she
this
had,
half.
Yeah, 3 threes and 2 buckets. So she's done very well. She's been sparked this game. She comes off and nails that 3-pointer with, no one was in her face. That's what you need to do. You need to get a hand in the defender's face. Now with 23 seconds, Plattsburgh has to foul, and that's going to put someone on the free throw line for 2 shots. And you got to hope they miss one of these, because then it makes it a point. You got to put up a prayer. You got to, because it's going to run down at least 4 to 5 seconds off this shot clock. And this is going to make it difficult now. But Coach Cole's going to give them a play to set up. If they get a steal, they need to put up a shot quick. If they don't, they have to come down and foul the right person. If you foul Curry, she's going to probably make those 2 free throws. But
She's been perfect from the line this half.
But if they don't get the steal, they have to foul quick to conserve clock.
Cole is drawing up a play. We'll see if Plattsburgh can force another turnover by Norwich. This will be Ariana Harrison inbounding the ball.
And she's been switching offense-defense with Donovan Driscoll.
Good pressure by Plattsburgh, and they call a timeout.
Great pressure there to force them to use a timeout.
Timeout. Cadets.
Now, same thing, Plattsburgh. Got to keep your head level. Still 20 seconds left in this game. Cause them to get a 5-second violation. If you can force that inbounder to make an errant pass. Either way over your head or force them to make a pass in traffic. Try to get your hand in and pop that ball out.
Harrison with the heads-up play, making sure there was no 5-second violation and calling the timeout. Plattsburgh would have taken over the ball. 23 left in this game.
Now is where it gets difficult. How are both coaches going to approach this? How is this coach's philosophy? He might want to go for the dagger here and come down and try to nail a shot and try to end this game as is. Some coaches want to just run this clock out and finally get a shot up late. But he might be telling his girls, hey, they're going to go for the foul. Try to attempt a shot if they're going to foul you. Try to get us 3 free throws. So Plattsburgh has to be wary of that themselves, because that's always a difficult thing. And now they're coming out in their own set break. So always be careful for the long pass. It's always a way to beat the press.
Harrison passes the ball to Curry, and Jax Miller lost her balance. There was a foul called, and Curry is limping. Wonder if she's going to be okay.
I believe maybe just someone stepped on her foot as she was moving
Cardinal
that Jax
foul on
Miller
number
didn't
5,
foul
Ellie
right off the
Taylor.
bat. She just ran into her and tried to actually play defense.
And then she fell. Maybe she was trying to
Leah
draw
Curry
an offensive foul.
shooting for the Cadets.
She makes the first one to make it a 2-point game. She's been perfect this half.
After missing that one, like you said, hasn't missed since.
She makes both.
That's a-
Plattsburgh down by 3. Here's Marshall bringing it up. Passes it to Green, to Taylor. Trying to look for the 3. Norwich is having good defense. It's Taylor open, and there's a foul on Norwich.
Now that's actually a great,
That's a great foul.
by Norwich. Now that you're shooting 2 free throws, Plattsburgh has to, if you want to get that
Norwich
rebound
foul
back,
on
you
number
have to
24,
intentionally
Kayla
miss to
Mercer.
try to get this ball up.
First.
Unless Brittany Marshall makes these 2, they have to foul
Brittany Marshall.
extremely
Right away.
quick off this and try to hope that they miss free throws on the opposite end.
Marshall swishes the first free throw.
2-point game now.
And wonder if she's going to miss intentionally or just make it. And she makes the shot, and there's a timeout called by Cheryl Cole. So it's a 1-point game now with 6.8 to go. Both teams have 10 fouls, and there's a 30-second timeout.
Now with that, Plattsburgh using this timeout, they need to figure out a way they're going to be able to foul quick off this press and try to stop them from advancing the ball down the court. So this ball goes above their head and they don't have somebody back, this is game right there because that's an easy layup. So now with this being a 1-point game again, you have to foul very quick off this like you had just mentioned. And Plattsburgh has been in this situation before. They're not unused to it. Now you just have to see how well the girls adapt to the situation and who's going to make the big play later on. Plattsburgh set to inbound.
It's a foul.
Brittany Marshall went for the ball first and fell down and didn't get the contact she wanted.
2 seconds taken off the clock.
Cardinal foul on number
As-
5, Allie Taylor, her 3rd.
Curry back on the line.
Aaliyah Curry shooting for
Not the
Cadets.
person that you want to foul.
No, because she's made everything. And she
finally
misses the first.
I think you could thank the hard hats for that one, as
Yeah.
they were slamming their hats.
Excellent sportsmanship. But no, hey, finally it got to her. Now this is huge. This is huge here.
She makes the second, and they will inbound it to Marshall, as she has Stephanie Linder, and she
Oh, my
lets it go off of her, and that will most likely do it for the game.
That was a great pass to get it inside, and she bounced it off her leg. God, that's got to be. Now you got to clear your head of it. You got to clear your head.
See, you saw that they called the timeout after Marshall made those 2 free throws. I wonder maybe if they saved that timeout.
They possibly could have used it off that inbounds.
Yeah.
Plattsburgh
It's
ball.
Plattsburgh ball.
Now 0.5 of a second
0.5
left.
seconds. You could get the ball
You
off.
can get it. You need about 0.4 of a second to get a shot off. Now, as you said, without a timeout here, they can't set something up. They got to get this ball in. They got to get this shot up. And if this goes in, I'm throwing my hat here, boy.
I'm with you. As Marshall inbounds the ball to Linder. She shoots. It's no good as Plattsburgh falls 60-58 against Norwich. It's a good shot by Stephanie Linder.
And
She
your final
almost made up for
score,
it there, man. That's
the
got to be
Norwich
heartbreaking
Cadets,
for her.
60.
Her teammates have to pick
And
her
the
up. She
Plattsburgh
dropped
Cardinals,
that pass. That was a
58.
beautiful pass there
Thank
from
you for
Brittany
attending
Marshall.
tonight's-
She had it. She's got to forget it. You got to forget it. It's just one game. You're 1-2 now. Focus on the next game. But you got to feel for her. That's a tough way to end it. But Norwich played absolutely fantastic in that second half, shooting the ball. You got to give it to my player of the game, number 24, Kayla Mercer, absolutely
agree.
lighting it up from the outside. I mean, their leading scorer, 15, Aaliyah Curry. She did her thing from the free throw line. But you got to give it to Kayla Mercer doing her thing from from the 2-point shot to layups to those 3 3-pointers she made. Absolutely outstanding way she played.
Kayla Mercer finishes the game with 15 points, but the leading scorer was Aaliyah Curry. She hit 14 free throws out of 16.
Yeah, and then look at that. She was 4 of 19 from the field and only 5 rebounds, 3 assists, but 8 turnovers. So, and we're going to get ready here to go to Queen on the sideline soon, and she should have an interview with us. She could have an interview with us. Let's see. And Queen
For post game.
We'll just keep talking.
Having a little technical difficulties.
Queen. Now, what are they asking for? He sent it over.
So, rough home opener for Plattsburgh in this game.
Queen should be joining us momentarily. Queen, do you have anything to add to us? Anyway, Nick, it was first good for. We have Queen now. Anything going on over there? We want us to go over there?
Unfortunately, the women's basketball team could not make history tonight, and we almost had it with a buzzer beater, but out of number 33, I believe, at 0.8 seconds. Hopefully next game. And now I am talking with Tyler. How do you feel about the game?
Norwich played really good in that second half. You can't deny the 3-point shooting really fell there. Kayla Mercer, number 24, started hitting a lot of big shots. Ayla Curry, she didn't do very well in the first half. She was 2 of 11 in the first half. By the end of the game, 4 of 19, but she hit 14 free throws. She had 12 of those in the second half. Ayla Curry did that. And you can't say anything bad about the way Plattsburgh played. They played good. They were in it the whole time. And just right there, heartbreaking that Stephanie Linder had the pass right in her hand and went right off her leg as she was trying to go for that layup to tie the game. And then she had a good opportunity there when Plattsburgh got the tip to get that shot off. And it's a difficult situation. It's a hard-fought game. It hurts to lose like that. Right. But, Nick, you feel any different about what I just...
I feel like you hit the point. Stephanie Linder had a chance to win it. She went off her, a chance to tie it, and it went off her leg. And then she had another chance to win it. And she shot the 3, but it was just off. Devastating loss to Plattsburgh's first home game of the season.
Yeah, it's one they have to deal with for a little while, but selective memory, all good players have it. This one will hurt for today. Tomorrow you go back to practice, you focus on the next game. That's the main thing to think about.
Thank you so much for your time, and that's it.